One of the most important stages of any information security project is the risk assessment. The risk assessment will determine where the organization stands in relation to threats and vulnerabilities to organization assets. Conducting a risk assessment gives an organization a good indication of what needs to be done as part of the information security project and in what order according to priority. A successful risk assessment contains the following: a risk assessment methodology, a systematic approach, a scope of the risk assessment, asset register, risk management framework, criteria for accepting risks, risk treatment plan, measures or controls, and sign-off from the board. For a successful risk assessment to take place, the organization should identify a risk assessment methodology that is suited to the information security management system, the business information security, and legal and regulatory requirements. The risk assessment should include a systematic approach of estimating the magnitude of risk. Before an organization can conduct a risk assessment, the scope of the risk assessment needs to be agreed and also signed off, and an asset register or list of assets should be drawn up. A risk management framework that suits the organization should be proposed for management review and sign-off. This framework will cover the organization objectives and a definition of impact levels. The organization needs to decide on the criteria for determining whether or not risks can be accepted. Once the risk assessment is then carried out, the organization will be left with a list of risks that the organization accepts and a list of risks that require an action plan or risk treatment plan. The risk assessment will also determine what measures or controls will need to be implemented as part of the information security project. ISO 27001 calls this list the Statement of Applicability. The suggested risk management framework and a procedure for conducting the risk assessment should be brought before the board of directors and signed off. The SaaSAssurance system contains templates for both framework and procedure. In the next media, we will continue discussing this.